Coming up on Metrofile today, it's all about gospel music and those behind it. We speak to saxophonist Kunle Ajayi, singer and songwriter Tope Alabi, and the fearless Tim Godfrey. They speak to us about the growth and the impact of the genre of music and how they've been coping during this pandemic. We are certainly getting our praise on the show today. I mean, we can only get much of that at this period, and I hope you are ready. 30 minutes of your favorite social diary program, and we'll be hearing from some of your favorite gospel artists and some of their songs. Well, while we do that, kindly watch out for flash images. Once again, welcome to the program. I am Ogichukwose. All right, gospel music uplifts, preaches and encourages the body of Christ. It also entertains, heals, inspires and feeds the soul. But no one can downplay the huge role of this genre of music and the larger music industry. We'll get up close and personal with some of those who make things happen in this genre. Enjoy it.
Gospel music is perhaps one of the oldest genres of contemporary music in Nigeria. Although faith-based, it has lived over various musical eras within the context of musical classifications in Nigeria and has gained significant audience outside the faith centers. Quite unlike the now raving Afrobeat, gospel music has its obvious struggles within the mainstream space, even though a few practitioners continue to push the envelope and attain impressive heights musically.
Somebody worship, somebody praise. Somebody worship, somebody praise.
The COVID-19 pandemic-induced setback, as experienced in many industries, has also taken its toll on gospel music. The lockdown and subsequent social distancing directives means worship centers and other social functions that are fertile ground for music are all closed. The silver lining here, however, is that it has opened a whole new unexplored opportunity online. And just like rave makers and Afrobeats, gospel artists have also joined in the online and virtual concert party to keep their industry ticking. Saxophonist Kunle Ajayi needs no introduction. With over 40 years of playing the saxophone, the renowned musician who recently clocked 56 tells us more about his journey in the world of notes and tones.
Thank you so much. So let's kick off our conversation.
I've been playing musical instruments at a very tender age. I started with the upright drum, shekere. Okay. Then I graduated to upright drum. That's when I was 6 years old. That's about 50-something years ago. And I graduated to upright drum. Then later when I got to rhythm, I started playing the guitar. I play all kinds of guitar. But I had lung problems, and I'm told not to do any string or thing. I can't even blow into a whistle. I faint easily. God healed me. And along that, promising that if I can be healed from this lung problem, I will blow for him. So one way or the other, God healed me. He answered my prayer. And I started blowing the sax.
And since his discovery of his talent and passion, he says he's been blessed.
I used to minister to people, to bless people. And God blesses me in return of it. When we want to talk about the business aspect, while I was teaching, I've taught in so many schools, because music was my business. I enjoy ministering more to people because I see life change. I see life revived. I see people be happy. and people connected to God in heaven.
Talking about ministration, you are Pastor Adeboye's personal saxophonist. Now tell us how that started and how being his personal saxophonist, how it blessed your life.
Actually, I don't know how, I can't tell you this how it started or what have I done to attain to that position. I just find it as a just grace and mercy of God, and I'm forever grateful. It really humbles me for being the one doing that. I don't take it for granted. But talking about blessing, it has blessed me spiritually, it blessed me materially, physically, and anything you can think of blessing.
Today, many other acts have taken up the same instrument and are forging a livelihood from it.
What happened was that when I first started, you can't find any majority of people doing it, especially in the Christendom. Even the young ones, when I wanted to go into music, my parents even said, hey, you can't do music. What do you playing music like fella? You can't do it. It was my daddy, Gio, and my principal, Mr. Yenuga, who said, you can't study music. And immediately daddy told me I can study music. I went ahead. And when I started with the saxophone, playing instrumental, people were telling me how people sang songs, they didn't even buy their album. You are blowing inside. Who is going to listen to you? But to the glory of God, when I did, I've been doing album, but the one I did in London, in a night, 10,000 CDs were bought, and people even paid. They left their address so that we can post the CD to them. So, and then from there, a lot of people started playing saxophone, become a business to the glory of God.
With the growth of this genre of music, Kunle Ajayi believes it can only get better, especially with the new crop of musicians who are raising the bar.
God is the originator of music, so everything must go back to God. And I can tell you, it can't go down. You can see all these people that are making it, they all started from the church, and they went outside. But I'm telling you, majority of them are still coming back. There was a man in America, the first person who bought me one of the most expensive saxophones. He's not in Nigeria. He's an Indian man. He got my CD, and there was another time I got to America and I was in a particular shop. Somebody now said, the CD you were playing that you said you enjoyed, this is man that played it. He said, wow. Oh, there's something inside that music that I listen to. Each time I play it, when I play Kennedy and I play your, there's something inside your music that did something to me. Come along, come with me. Go inside that shop, pick any of the saxophone. I was surprised. He picked it himself. It was the first Sema Series 2, and then it was the most expensive saxophone then in the series of Sema. That was 1998. You could see people are longing for something. What is inside that music? Just the Holy Spirit, the breath of God, is the presence of God in that music. Gospel artists now, some of them who doesn't even read music now, they've gone to to study music. They are trying to polish themselves and get better and better and better. And I know gospel music will still reign.
He draws inspiration from the late Afrobeat legend Fela Anikulapo Kuti, whom he describes as one of his greatest musical influence in the country.
When you listen to Fela Anikulapo, you know that he studied music, but he created the music. He created a voice and he created a rhythm. And that rhythm he created, that what sells Fela. Is not whatever it says. You see, when you hear the horns arrangement of Fela, it's clumsy, but it's one of the most simplest. Because he used most of pentatonic scale. I studied Fela. When it comes to popular, we have to pick popular music. I pick Fela, and then I pick Sonny Ade. Then before I pick all the people, we need to study. There's some things you need to look at musically, apart from their life. We are talking about the music aspect. They created something. they originate something. They brought out something. They exposed Africa.
There is no separating faith and gospel music, and this much is evident in the positive vibe around him in the face of so much uncertainties as induced by the pandemic.
I believe what the world needs now most is just the comfort word of God and that easy listening music. Like the song I play now, you two talked about it. Those are the kind of things people want to hear. So I know it has affected a lot of people, a lot of people depends on it. That's their livelihood. Some people play in the church to be paid. Now they are not paying them because there is no service. And some people, have book programs. Some people are supposed to be in London to have programs. Some of the gospel artists, there's also, it has affected a lot of things. But in all things, the Bible says we should give thanks.
Next stop is at the stable of another industry veteran, evangelist Tope Alabi, who happily welcomes us into her home studio. The singer and songwriter remains one of the loudest voices in the gospel music genre, and just like many, she started this year with so much plans and aspirations.
2020 was, I have my Praise the Almighty concert. It's going to be in London, America, and that was what I started. That was what I started. That was why I traveled to the UK in the first place in February. After the Praise Almighty in Nigeria, the next Praise the Almighty, I have like about 7 states in the UK to take Praise the Almighty to. But when I got there, I couldn't do anything. I was only opportune to stage Praise the Almighty in just one state. And the second state was like, nobody want to touch anybody, nobody want to come, like they are afraid of what is so. And I've spent a whole lot of money on that, on the advert and stuff like that. People have paid for the ticket, but they can't come. It's not easy at all. It's not easy, and the same thing is happening to a lot of people because some people have, they have what they want to do, what they wanted to do this year. Like me, I have so many things. Even in this 2020, I'm going to be 50 this year. I have my album. I have so many things to do.
Tope Alabi, whose voice has brought joy and happiness to many homes, says this is now a time for sober reflection.
It has been a time to get back to God. It has been a time to sit down, pray a lot. Hear from the Holy Spirit more. Then get so much ideas that we don't have time to get from God before. Because when there was nothing like lockdown, we had to be up and down here, administrations here and there. So you don't have the time to stay with the Holy Spirit. You don't have the time in the presence of God like this time.
Nonetheless, she has been able to use this time to fulfill some of her heart's desires.
I've been able to feed people in my area. I've been able to do so many things. I've been able to do what I've not been doing before, like go on Instagram live for 21 days, praise. It has never happened in my ministry. I've been able to do that, and I've been able to stay with my family. My children especially.
But most importantly, Tope Alabi is more grateful for the lessons she has learned at this period.
The good I learned from it is that we should be hygienic every time. It is the truth. Even we don't know all this when coronavirus have not come. We don't know we have to wash our hands like every 20 minutes or 10 minutes. We can buy what is it called? I don't know we can buy hand sanitizer and be using it like that. I don't know we have to cover and use a nose mask when people are many where we're going. When we get to somewhere and people are many there, I don't know. But now that's what I'm going to be doing. even if the coronavirus says I'm not coming again into this world, I will still carry my nose mask and make sure that whenever I get to a place where people are many, I will wear my nose mask.
While she's learning to adapt to new ways of doing things, she appeals to others to do same.
Please make sure you wash your hands every 10 minutes. It doesn't matter if you have put your hand in anything or whatever. Just make sure just remember that, as you're touching your clothes, you don't know what has touched your clothes. So make sure you wash your hands. Make sure you carry your hand sanitizers everywhere you go. Nose mask, don't forget about it. Whatever the government are telling us about all these things, and whatever they tell you, please listen. Don't say it's a lie, it's not here. Because I went to the market about 5 days ago, and one woman said, Kosikoro, there is Koro, but I pray it won't touch you in the name of Jesus. And those people that it has touched, the Lord will give them, healing.
I can't believe you are gone. Oh, I was shocked and sad when I heard the news.
All right, recently we lost a very dear Nigerian, Mrs. Ibidun Ighodalo, and you did a song for her. What was your relationship with her?
Actually, she's just the wife to the Pastor Itu Ighodalo. And whenever I go to the church, what she, does is that, Tope, she's, very playful. She's not, she's not proud. She's very jovial. She plays with me. She, and that's all. I never been to her house. I've never been to her office. I don't even know where they live. I don't know where Pastor Itu live. All I do was, was to just go to their church, minister, and get out of the place. The message in the song is the first thing is that I don't want her to go. So I make sure I was ringing the bell, like seriously, like I want her to come back. Like I wanted her to come back. Fekolo. I'm just like I feel like I want to see more of you.
But we're not done on the show today. When we come back, we still have Tim Godfrey, so stay with us.
And in the more contemporary space within the industry is Tim Godfrey. He leads the pack of the new generation in bringing the trends and swagger into faith. He is one of the cool kids on the faith block, if you will.
Just hold on, don't give up, keep your head up, and stay strong, yeah. Everything's gonna be alright.
Everything's gonna be alright.
Everything's gonna be alright.
On his sleeves lay accolades, including the monster hit track Nara and several collaborations with international gospel artists, including Travis Green and Kirk Franklin. On the current realities, Tim Godfrey also chooses to remain positive.
As a Christian, as a child of God, I already had this whole revelation about the whole thing. And I know I've spoken to a lot of people about wanting to go back to normal, which is normally what people will say. We can't wait to go back to normal. We can't wait to go back to normal. We can't wait to go back to normal. But from beginning, God has already spoken to me that don't ever think about going back to normal. There is no, especially when you're using the word back, there's no back, normal in back, yeah. Everything that was in the past that looked good, even we ourselves who complained about that past. So how humans quickly want to go back to the things they hated before. That's why I saw it. I didn't see it as something good. I felt like God is trying to get our attention to something new, to a new place, but we have not paid attention. And for me, and that's how I saw it, God has really tried to use some of these things to really get us back to it. I felt like what an opportunity for us to, and in the midst of this whole thing, some people are becoming millionaires, so I was trying to see the positive side.
He believes he has made the most out of this time.
Within this period, I started a lot. I mean, I've been so busy that I almost became ill because I was stressed. While somebody that said they're bored, they're not doing anything. I had an online competition, the first ever online competition on Instagram that had, every time we finished, we had between 12 to 20,000 people that gathered to watch different artists. It started from 2,000 people till we had the top 6. It happened for 6 weeks and we got the winners. People from different parts of almost 50 different countries around the world. It was something that we normally did in Lagos and it was just for Lagosians. And then suddenly, because we couldn't do it here again and we had cancelled, I said, no, wait, let's try doing this. No, how is that possible? And we did it, and it was so engaging. People were able to reach people from different parts of the world, and in the end, something that happened only in Lagos, not just even different states in Nigeria, happened in 50 countries. People connected from different parts of the world. I feel like in every pain, there is always something. And it's not just because I always say, okay, we'll get through storm. Everybody, people that don't even want to go back want to just get out from this trouble. They say, can we just get out? But there is a blessing in it. There is beyond you coming out from the trouble and say, whoo, to understanding there is a blessing. There's something. God is not in the business of taking you through trouble because he wants to take you through. No. I mean, we've spent time talking about the doom and the problem and the challenges and the hunger and the whole lockdown and people losing their jobs. A lot of too much negativity. I literally would always focus on what is the positive thing in every storm.
He pioneered ticketed gospel shows in Nigeria a few years back with his Fearless concert. Today, it has become an anticipated annual event, which he is certain would hold this year, albeit online.
I'm looking forward to this year's Fearless. I mean, we've done 4. We did in 2016, we brought Marvin Sapp. We did in 2017, we brought Kirk Franklin. We did in 2018, we brought Travis Green, where we recorded Nara's song that is actually blessing people all over the world. And in 2019, which was last year, we brought 3 artists, Phil Thompson, JJ Hurston, and Israel Houghton. All of them came in. This year, I'm not going to announce yet who we're bringing, but it is surely going to happen this year. I mean, a lot of people have cancelled events. Nothing's happening this year. This year is, they said that this year has virus. Let's delete it. Some people have said that, can we just, people have said that, yes, I had somebody that was 30 say, I'm supposed to be 31 this year, but I'm not going to count this year. Because I'm going to enter 2021 as 30. I'm removing this year my age. It didn't happen. Let's assume that it happened. So, but it's so powerful. Just imagine that if you think, like, let me use Fearless. If I cancel Fearless, I've done what everybody else is.
Now, let's talk about you. When you're talking, you mentioned Nara. Now, we all love the song. I mean, everyone knows Nara. So, but when you were writing the song, did you actually think it was going to be this huge?
I didn't even plan to release it. We just made up our mind because I had recorded another song with Travis, a pure English song that was, you can hear as a man, see vocals now, see the music, everything, tight, hey. And we had done all of those things, but now we're just, okay, let's record. I think we should do, would you like to sing in my dialect? Stuff like that. Okay, let's try it. Okay, I started teaching, taught him. He recorded on his phone, went back, rehearsed it, landed, came back, was still making mistakes, we kept pushing. And suddenly we recorded it. And guess what? This is how Nara happened, simply. We had finished the concert, Fearless concert. And we had all these amazing performances that we did, all of the theatrics, all the acting, because Fearless is like acting, dancing, and singing, it's like a musical. So we had all these amazing, massive tracks that we've done that we couldn't wait to release. And then somehow I just said to my guys, this is one of the songs that just there, we just play it, there was nothing in it, there was no drama, just sing it like that. I think we should just release it first, so I would take it off. It was like, take it off, and before now bring the major songs. And before then, the interesting thing also was where Nara came from. Nara came from a place of pain. It's a Thanksgiving song, but it came from a place of pain. There was no reason for me to write the song Nara or Thanksgiving because of what I was going through whilst I was planning the concert. So, but God just reminded me that we always easily forget the history he has with us, helping us, saving us, blessing us. God just has reminded me about so much He's done in my life and our life with my team, Extreme. And I just, whilst they were just praying, I just sat down. That song happened in just less than 2 minutes. He's done so much for me. It was just me explaining myself to God. I cannot tell it all. I mean, if I had 10,000 tongues, it still won't be enough.
Well, all we need to hear are those uplifting and inspiring songs, and thanks to those who bless us on a daily basis with their talent. Okay, we end the show on this musical note. Thank you so much for watching. Join us again next week for more. Visit our website, channelstv.com, for past editions of the show. Our social media handles are right there. Follow us and let's chat. Also, you can call us with the number blinking on your screen. Thank you so much for watching. I am Ogichukwu. Stay well and stay safe.